Why kindness alone is not enough. Lessons from Machiavelli. Let's be clear from the beginning. Kindness alone is not enough to survive in this world. If you think that being a good person is enough to achieve success, then you are living in a fantasy. And the worst part is that you know it, even though you refuse to accept it. How many times have you felt that others walk all over you? How many times have you done the right thing, only to be ignored, or worse, exploited? You were taught that being good is enough, that honesty and nobility are rewarded. But reality is different. The world does not reward goodness. The world rewards those who know how to play their cards well. And this is where Machiavelli comes in. Machiavelli understood something that most people ignore. Human nature is selfish, fickle, and ruthless when necessary. In The Prince, he made it clear that virtue without cunning is weakness, and that goodness without strategy is a trap. Now tell me, how many times have you fallen into that trap? Think about the people you admire, those who have achieved great things. Do you really believe they got there just by having good intentions? They got there because they knew how to move in the shadows when necessary, because they understood that morality is not an obstacle but a tool. Knowing when to show it and when to conceal it is the difference between being a player and being a pawn. The problem is not that you are good. The problem is that you don't know how to protect yourself. You assume that others play by the same rules you do, but that's not the case. The world is full of pretend friends and opportunists who can spot the naive from miles away. And without realizing it, you have been the perfect target. This is where Machiavelli offers you an alternative: intelligent kindness. It's not about becoming evil or betraying your principles. It's about understanding that kindness must be accompanied by a deep understanding of reality. It's about learning how to read people, anticipate their intentions, and know when to trust and when to remain cautious. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." And you? You chose to be loved, to be accepted, to be seen as harmless? But tell me, what has that gotten you? Not respect, not power. What you got is that people know they can take advantage of you without consequences. Because kindness without strength does not inspire admiration, it inspires pity. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to stop being good. I'm telling you to learn how to be good without being naive. Understand that the world does not reward fairness, it rewards intelligence. True virtue is not submission, but the ability to balance ethics with pragmatism. Machiavelli taught that perception is everything. It's not just about who you are, but how others perceive you. If you give the impression of weakness, you will be treated as weak. If you give the impression of strength, you will be treated with respect. How many times have you allowed others to disrespect you because you were afraid of losing their approval? How many times have you remained silent to avoid conflict, only to realize that silence makes you lose more than you gain? This is not about cruelty, it's about strategy. The key is knowing when to act, when to speak, when to step back, and when to strike. Kindness is an asset when used correctly, but if left unchecked, it becomes your worst enemy. The mistake many good people make is believing that the world values pure-heartedness. It does not. The world values strength. Kindness is only respected when it is backed by power. If you have no strength, then your kindness is irrelevant. Machiavelli would tell you, "Do not be a lamb in a world of wolves." Do not let your morals turn you into a slave. True virtue is not submission. It is intelligence. It is not about passively adapting, but shaping your environment to your advantage. Think about it. How long will you let the world control you? How long will you remain a victim of your own naivete? Learn when to smile and when to bare your teeth. Because the world is not fair, but you can learn how to play by its rules while staying true to yourself. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to teach you how to be evil. He wrote it to teach you how to survive. Now tell me, will you continue living in the illusion that kindness is enough? Or will you begin to apply true intelligence? And here we come to a concept that very few truly understand, the perception of power. Tea is not enough to be strong. You must appear strong. It is not enough to be intelligent. You must project intelligence. Because in this world, reality matters less than how others perceive you. Think about it. How many times have you seen an incompetent person go further than someone truly talented? How many times have you seen a manipulator rise while a noble, hard-working person remains stuck? That is not a coincidence. People do not follow what is good or just. They follow those who seem in control, those who know how to manage their image, those who project authority, even when they don't have everything figured out. This is where most people fail. They believe truth alone is enough. That real competence will speak for itself. But the world doesn't work that way. The world does not reward those who are right. It rewards those who know how to sell their version of the story. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. It's not just about who you are. It's about what others believe you are.
Subscribe now for more inspiring and self-improvement content.